Upon his return home from the library earlier that afternoon, Gabriel Iracundus had eaten a well-sized lunch. And while he had enjoyed the unusual quiet from both of his siblings, he thought nothing of it, as he took up his favourite reading nook in the family's front yard. Having returned home from the library with a copy of his favourite section of Homer's Iliad, the young man readjusted the small knife in his belt that he always kept on his person for protection, and began to read. He was just getting to his favourite part, the battle between Achilles and Penthesilea, and their oddly romantic connection, when he heard the distinctive giggle of his mother coming down the street. Setting his scroll down, he stood up and walked to the gateway to their home to greet his mother as she returned home. Looking up and down the street to see his mother, Gabriel spotted her leaving the home of their new neighbour, Julius Captus. Julius had moved next door to the Iracundus family after the untimely death of his wife last year, and Gabriel's mother had taken it upon herself to not only make him feel welcome in the neighbourhood, but also to try to soothe his ailing heart. Gabriel was extremely proud of his mother for her efforts to help their grieving neighbour, and would often ask how the man was when his mother returned from visiting him. But today was the first time that, as he watched his mother's return, Gabriel noticed a strange look overcome Julius's face as he watched his neighbour leave. It was a look that his father had often berated his sister for giving off whenever she was allowed to go into town with them. Greedy lust. But before Gabriel could think about it for too much, look disappeared to one of general happiness before he returned to his home. Turning his attention back to his mother as she arrived at the clearing in the wall where Gabriel awaited her, the boy gave his mother a hug. "From the giggle you gave as you left and the smile on his face, I would say that your efforts to heal his broken heart are really starting to bear fruit, Mother." His mother stiffened the slightest bit as she returned his hug before releasing him. "Death and heartbreak are hard things to overcome, Gabriel, especially with someone as young as Julius, but yes, he's been very open to my attempts to help him move on from the death of his wife. But with that all said, it has been a hard day, and this heat is making me uncomfortable. I think I'm going to take a bath and wash it all away." And with a kiss to his cheek, his mother returned to the house as Gabriel returned to his nook and scroll. He was just settling himself into the nook when he heard footsteps approaching. Thinking it was one of his siblings come to pester him for whatever reason, Gabriel didn't bother to look up. "Can I not go one day where I get to read in peace?" he asked absently, hoping to fend off whichever of his siblings was ruining his solitude. "Pray that your siblings survive, for you'll miss their pestering you more than you know when they're gone." A voice that Gabriel did not recognize said in an ominous tone. Dropping his scroll and drawing the small knife on his belt, Gabriel found himself standing before a tall man in a long, hooded blue cloak. He held his hands in the opposite sleeves, but upon seeing the knife he raised them over his head. "Who are you? And what are you doing here?" "I am not a threat, Gabriel. I simply wish to warn you, as I tried to warn your family's servant, Juba, in the market. Your town's coven of witches have cursed your brother, and in so doing they have cursed the very earth itself." "There is no such thing as curses," Gabriel stated, "and my brother certainly is not cursed. Now, before I hurt you, I ask again, who are you? And what are you doing here?" Finally lowering his hands, the man returned them to their sleeves. Stepping forward slightly, he said, "Do not be so dismissive of the magic that these women hold." Then he took a quick look at the scroll lying on the ground. "I know that my time has come. Please don't make me more of a Cassandra. Heed my warnings.